Megan The Stallion is problematic as fuck. And if y'all cannot see that after literally what the fuck has been going on these last 2-3 years, let alone this week, then y'all are the problem. Want to talk about it?
Let's talk about it.
What's going on, y'all? It's Santana, aka Chi. And bitch, we are back for another motherfucking commentary video. Now listen, baby, if you new to this and not true to this, like you should be, listen, click the like button, click the subscribe button, turn the notifications on, baby. Okay, turn them on, okay? Because we just here to discuss the fuck shit that y'all be putting out on Beyonce's motherfucking internet, okay? So don't blame me. Don't blame me. If y'all didn't put this shit out on the internet, we wouldn't have shit to get into, okay? But right now, the Meg and the Tory case is all over the fucking place because literally we have been stuck in a fucking group chat for what, I don't know, 3 years now. Like, baby, we going into 2023 and this case has been going on since 2020. But if you are somebody like me that's been taking notes for videos that still ain't get posted yet in 2023, listen, you've kind of been following Meg, her rise to success, her downfall, her truths, her lies. Like you kind of been looking at the case a little bit differently. Now listen, I'm not going to do this like a typical video where I would just be off the cuff because I don't want to say anything that's going to get me canceled. Because if I say what I truly in my gut of heart feel, and if I really go into it, it's not going to be censored. It's not going to be pretty. So I figured for this little video, we could do this a little bit differently. Okay. I enjoy Reddit. I enjoy the threads and whatnot over there. And, from time to time, I like to post on things that interest me, right? And if you don't follow me on Twitter, whenever hot topics happen, whenever like the shows that I like to watch are happening, I live tweet, okay? So like I love to give my opinion. And after years of being on YouTube and knowing how deadly my mouth can be and knowing how passionate I can get, I just realized that all things considered, it's probably best if I just kind of expand upon a post that I put onto Reddit, right? Like my thoughts are already written out. They're a lot more clear because if I sit here and I rant like how I really want to, baby, y'all gonna get me the fuck up out of here. Okay, so I'm gonna just read back and forth between, my notes and kind of, just get my commentary through this, right? Because it's a lot going on and it's a lot that is pissing me off. And just to make something very, very clear, this is not a Megan Thee Stallion hate video. It's not. It's not. This has nothing to do with whether or not you like Megan Thee Stallion personally. This has nothing to do with whether you like Tory Lanez personally, right? This has nothing to do with whether or not you're a fan of their music, what their music sales are doing. And this has nothing to do with man or woman or being fucking black. This has to do with being a fucking human. And one thing that I'm noticing that we need to fucking bring back is critical thinking, okay? Critical fucking thinking. And that's what I'm going to promise to do with every commentary that I do from here on forward. Because when I tell you that every time something happens within the industry and within the media and within the news, it's just like everybody's projecting and emotions are all over the place. And, everybody's speaking from their personal place of trauma. And it's just like logic is completely out the fucking window at this point. It's out the fucking window. And a lot of the questions that are circulating on social media right now are a lot of the wrong fucking questions. Like, but we're gonna get into all of that. Like I said, I don't want to be all over the place. And just so y'all know, this is just literally a commentary video of my thoughts and everything. If y'all would like me to do a deep dive, I would love to do a deep dive, okay? With all the trial transcripts and all of that. But this is just a quick little one. So just putting something out there to change up some perspectives or give you a different perspective, a different outlook on the situation, okay? So enough rambling. Let's go ahead and get the fuck into her, okay? Now, like I said, I'm all over Twitter. I'm all over social media, just like everybody. I love to tweet out my thoughts. Make sure that you follow me on Twitter, okay? Santana on Twitter. Yes, make sure that you follow me, okay? Because I love to impulsively tweet and tweet out shit that can also get me fucking canceled, okay? But like, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, been reading a lot of the comments on Reddit and social media, and people are missing out on a lot of things. Also, I think that there's some truth to this being a smear campaign by Roc Nation to take down Tory and push back further, like the rumors that are out there. Now, I wrote that in my notes, and I wrote that on the post. If y'all don't know what the fuck I'm referring to, listen, like I said, I am somebody who's been on YouTube for years upon years, and basically, even if you don't see me active, it doesn't mean that I'm not working. Like, I'm always looking at stories, researching shit. Like, you would think I'm a fucking journalist, right? Because I'm constantly researching shit, constantly looking at shit, looking at what the people are saying, looking at what the facts are, okay? Trying to get to the bottom of the situation. Like, baby, I have Scorpio Pluto in my 10th house, okay? If you know astrology, baby, you know that I am a natural born investigator. I'm a natural born psychologist. Like, I know fucking human behavior and human psyche, right? And so I constantly like prepare, like I'm doing these hot topic videos, and sometimes they come to fruitions. Most times they don't. But regardless, I say that to say I didn't start taking an interest in Megan The Stallion recently. Like, and we're going to get into that and what I mean by that. Like, I've been noticing her career literally ever since she did the Hottie Stallion freestyle in the streets, okay, which she had like the little crop top and the short shorts, and I believe it was like an orange crop top and a ponytail. Like, I've been following her since then. That was like 2016, 2017. Like, I've been following her since then, right? And I've seen her rise up to success, and I've been here, you know, after the Tory case or whatever, right? And so I remember specifically that around shortly after the fucking case had came out or whatever, there were rumors about how Roc Nation was trying to make Megan the bigger artist, right? Because yeah, she had her little wave, you know, that she was riding, you know, she did Big Ol' Freak, and then, you know, she had done other things. And then I know some people would kind of argue against that, like, okay, well, at this point in time of the shooting, like, Beyonce had did a fucking song with her, a remix. Like, what fucking more fame does, you know, Megan need other than Beyonce? But like, listen, y'all, that's not how the industry fucking works. Yes, Beyonce is a great fucking superstar, a fucking international pop superstar. Like, this is Beyonce's world. We know this, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee you stardom. Like that, like y'all just assume that just because two people are together, that means that somebody's career is going to pop off. Like, no, like there's constant work, a constant grind that goes into it, right? And so all things considered, you know, there were rumors out there that Roc Nation had kind of like set up this situation, and maybe not even set up this situation, because I don't want to imply that like Roc Nation like got somebody to shoot Megan. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's more of like a Kris Jenner, this situation, right? Like this, like Roc Nation, Kris Jenner, this situation allegedly. It's like, okay, here's what happened. Okay, like now let's try to spin it, you know, in a way to which Megan is an even bigger artist, right? Because if we have to choose a Tory or a Megan, we have Megan that just did a fucking collab with Beyonce, aside from all the other great shit that she's done. But like, we have Megan that has done, you know, this song with Beyonce, and now is the time to like catapult her career. So there were a bunch of rumors out there, you know, surrounding that. And there were people, still is now, like, just like now, there were people then that were like, okay, maybe this is true. And then a lot of people like dispelled. They're like, no, this shit ain't true. Y'all trying to take a black woman down. But just keep that in mind as I go through everything, because right now you're either on one of like a couple sides, right? Like, you're either completely on Tory's side blindly, you're either completely on Meg's side blindly. Okay, both sides are reacting from prejudice. Okay, a lot of the people on Tory's side are people that feel like, okay, well, look at what y'all do to black men in America. And a lot of people on Megan's side are like, look at what y'all do to black women in America. I can do a deeper dive, and I will be doing deeper dives, like specifically on that stance. Okay, those two stances that people take, because we're in a era of the whole protect black women movement, but it's just like nobody is fucking protected out here. Like, cut the bullshit. It's like everybody's in a race to the bottom. Everybody's in the oppression Olympics, and it's just like, oh, my pain is worse. But it's just like we can go tit for tat in ways in which, you know, some people are more protected in one area than another. Okay, because just like we could say like, oh, when it comes to domestic violence, women are not protected. Well, when it comes to like, you know, fathers wanting to be around their kids, women have the upper hand and automatically get the rights and whatnot when they file in court. And then men are automatically placed on child support, right? So it's just like we could go tit for tat, whatever. Neither here nor there. Like I said, I'll do a super deep dive video on that one day. However, with this situation, like I said, you're either completely on Tory's side blindly, okay, or completely on Meg's side blindly, right? Both sides are reacting from their own traumas and projecting, right? Then you have people that are kind of like just like watching, that are non-biased, that kind of have swayed back and forth. Like, one moment it was believable for Tory to be innocent. Then another moment it was, you know, believable for Tory to be guilty, right? And it's just like wavering back and forth depending on what the fuck has come out, right? And then there are people that are just confused, period, and just like, listen, they all fucking lying, okay? And that is where I am, okay? That is where I am. I stand on the side of they're all fucking lying. And I just want to add a little bit of perspective here, like I said, to balance out the conversation, because since the beginning of fucking time and beginning of this goddamn situation, we've heard one specific fucking narrative. And if you've been paying attention to anything that's been going on this week, right? Nobody in this situation is fucking innocent. And we're not going to protect black women this up. We're not going to, oh, men are abusers this up. No, we're going to deal with fucking facts, okay? We're going to deal with facts, okay? So enough of me rambling. Let's just go ahead and get the fucking to her. So, like I motherfucking said, hold up, let me. So, I could give a flying fuck about anyone involved personally, right? I just wanted to bring critical thinking back since everyone's viewing this case from prejudice, projections, and emotions. Keep in mind, I'm reading from my phone because this is a post, right? And I just want to make sure that all my thoughts are out, okay? Number one, sexual history matters, right? Because everybody and their mama is on social media like, oh my God, why does it matter who the fuck Meg has slept with? Like, why does it fucking matter, like, you know, who she's fucking? Like, oh, a whole train could have been ran on Meg. Like, what the fuck does that matter? Again, this is why I say a lot of people are speaking from their own trauma, their own personal experiences. It's like nobody's slut shaming Meg. Like, and that's the thing. In 2023, can everybody stop racing to be a victim? Stop racing to be a fucking victim. Like, it's a reason why you have to go to school and get a fucking degree to do this shit. Like, it's a reason why it's a thing called the actual court and then the court of public opinion. Because if we leave it up to the court of public opinion, motherfuckers, like innocent motherfuckers around the world will literally go to jail and be dying every fucking day if we left it up to y'all, right? Because has nobody watched Snapped? Has nobody watched like any of these crime shows? Like, there's a process of shit. And let's go ahead and get into that, right? So like I said, sexual history matters. Why is no one understanding that it's the court's job to not only find who's guilty, but the motive? The motive, right? Has no one seen Fatal Attraction, Snapped, America's Most Wanted? Let's say Kelsey did it. Okay, so then the question becomes why, right? Then the question becomes why? Oh, because Meg slept with not only Tory, but 3 of her other past partners, allegedly, right? So then, yeah, the sexual history does matter. Again, anyone who's seen at least 5 seconds of a crime or court TV show knows that motive is a huge part, and the court and authorities are always trying to figure out how people are in relation to another because it fucking matters. And I'll give you an example, right? Like, you'll see a lot of times on the show, they'll count how many bullets, right? And this is how dumb y'all sound, right? Because y'all asking, what does Meg's body count look like? Like, what does Meg's body count mean to this situation? That's like y'all asking, like, why does it matter how many bullets was fucking shot? Bitch, she was shot. Because, baby, let's pretend that we just only knew that Megan got injured, right? And we didn't know who else was around and involved or whatever, right? Y'all that's sitting here asking, oh, how many bullets? Like, what the fuck does that matter? Can we just focus on the fact that somebody did it? No, bitch. No, bitch. No. Because one could be an accident. But 32 of them motherfuckers could mean, oh, this was personal. This was likely somebody close to her. This could be somebody that's linked to her personal life. Or it could just be a cold-blooded murderer. So the questions fucking matter because we need to determine the fucking motive, right? We need to determine the motive of the goddamn situation. So Meg asking why this matters is just another example of her trying to win court of public opinion. Because between all the lies that's making her defense weak and then wrong moves like showing up to court with her titties out, like literally, Meg, why are you showing up to court like this with your titties out? Right? And I seen the blazer on somebody else. And I seen how it looked with the titties, you know. But why are you showing up in that same blazer with your titties out? Right? Again, like a lot of moves are being made by Meg that are not making her defense very strong. It's like there's a lot of lies, a lot of deceptions. Like somebody on your team, like somebody, your lawyer, whoever on your team should have told you, like, listen, I don't think you should be going to the court with your titties out. Like, this not the strip club. This not motherfucking Magic City. Like, baby, this is like you here to fight for your life, but you got your titties out. And y'all can argue me all day, baby. We'll do videos and argue back and forth. Y'all can argue me all day. A lot of motherfuckers get their body done or had their body out because they want attention. right? That's why I got my titties out, baby. Listen, 3-4 years of transition, and you're gonna see these goddamn titties. Okay, ain't they natural? The fuck? So come on now. Like, you want to see a judge. Why the judge need to see your goddamn nipples? But nobody advised her of that. And she just thought that was, but this is what I'm saying. Things like this add to a weaker defense and makes your fucking case look shitty, right? It makes your case look unserious, right? But these are the questions nobody's asking. Everybody's just like, but she got shot. Right. Let's move on to my next point. So, number 2, everyone is just projecting and trying to make this an issue of, well, a black woman got shot. Bitch, I don't care if it was a black woman, a white woman, a cat, a giraffe, a bat, a car, a donkey. I really need y'all to stop making black trauma a personality trait. Like, can y'all please, going into 2023, can y'all please stop making oppression your aesthetic? Please. Because every time y'all try to black woman everything, or black, like, everything is not because you're black. Yes, things happen because you're black, but a lot of y'all just be adding that to everything like it's fucking Sazone. Like, y'all be seasoning everything, like spicing up the sentence by adding as a black woman. And we need to stop that. Like, stop making that your whole character. Thank God y'all hoes don't write fucking plays and screenwrites and all of that, because if we had to find a description of the character, the only thing we would know about her is that she's black and a woman. Leave it up to y'all. Like, come on. But that is what everybody just keeps saying. Like, everybody's projecting, because as a black woman, she got shot. And so now everybody is riled up in emotion, right? Everybody's riled up in emotion. And one day, again, all these videos that I keep saying we're going to do. We're going to do, okay? Because critical thinking needs to be brought back, right? Because, see, when you make a statement like, as a black woman or as a black in America, it's like black people, black culture. It's like the spidey senses go off, and it's like, oh my God, trauma, I can relate. And so since the very beginning, the narrative has been, as a black woman, I got shot. And then I tried to protect this black man. We'll get to that part too. We'll get to that part too. We'll get to that part too. Okay, because I got things to say about that as well, right? But like I said, everybody's just projecting and trying to turn this into a black woman got shot issue. And the problem with this is that lately there's been this trend of protect black women, which is a complete fucking illusion, by the way. It's a complete fucking illusion. I'm sorry, I'm here to bust your bubble. It's a complete fucking illusion. It doesn't exist. Protect black women, it's not a real movement. Black culture, not a real thing. Black community, a figment of your imagination, baby. A figment of your imagination. Listen, we could even bring up Gunna. Gunna literally just got out of fucking jail, and all everybody's concern is, bitch, did he snitch on Young Thug? That's community to y'all. This nigga out here looking like he about to shit on his goddamn self. Want to make sure he not about to get got in the fucking streets because he don't want to look like a snitch out here in these streets. That sound like community to y'all. Well, your life is in danger and you can't even speak up against it because it will put your life in even more danger. Like, that's a community? Okay, black people. Okay. But like I said, I'm starting to notice that, a lot of people use this whole protect black women thing in situations to evade accountability. And so the fact is that, yes, Meg was indeed injured. Because words are powerful, and we're going to use the words that it is. Meg was injured. But how we got there is important. And her constantly lying, plus her checkered past with industry friends, relationships, all of that fucking matters. And see, when it's questioned, then solely relying on, okay, well, she's a black woman that got shot. Do you see how that like kind of blurs the line and just kind of like allows her to escape accountability? Like, it just blurs everything, and then we miss out on the key details that matter. Like I said, we need to figure out a motive. But if everything that is coming out is questionable, and then we question it, and then it's, oh, you must hate black women, then it's just like no, baby. Like, no, Meg said on Gayle King and said that she didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory. She literally said that. Now it's coming out that she did. And then if we call that out, then it's, oh, you hate black women. No. It has nothing to do with hating black women as a general. Again, please stop making oppression and negativity and trauma your aesthetic. Why do you rush to be the victim? Let's start there, please. But aside from that, it's like, baby, we just have questions, because are you expecting to force feed us bullshit and then us digest it and accept it because you're black and a black woman? Bitch, what? Literally makes no fucking sense. And so that's literally how this whole trial has been. A lot of things are coming out and it's just like, okay, but she's black. She's a black woman. But she's a black woman and she got shot. And it's just like, okay, we can't keep bringing that up every time somebody's like, okay, but Meg, why did you lie about this? Oh, we find out, okay, Meg, you were the one turning up at Kylie's party and y'all got kicked out. Oh, but she still got shot. Why does any of that? Stop doing that. It's like a little kid that knows that they're in trouble. And it's just like, okay, but this. And it's just like, no, we need to figure out how we got here. Remember, let's start there, the podcast. Like, we need to figure out how we got here. Like, how did we get to D? We got to go back to ABC. Okay? So let's continue. Let's go ahead and continue. Number 3. There's a complete difference between getting out of... Wait, hold on. What the fuck? Because that... Hold up. Do we need a vape break? Hold up. Shout. The font's so motherfucking tiny. I can't even see this shit. Let's go ahead and supersize this shit. We're not editing this video. This shit is happening in real time. What's up? Girl, y'all here to see a fucking movie producer, or y'all here to get the tea? Okay. Let's save all that editing and shit for a story time. My bad. I had to go ahead and up the font because the bitch can't see. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into it. What I say was next. Okay. Number 3. There's a complete difference between getting cut and somebody stabbing you. Okay. Complete difference between getting cut and somebody stabbing you to death. And if Meg got hit by bullets ricocheting off the ground, now if you don't know what that means that maybe like somebody shot or a gun accidentally went off, whatever. Regardless, it's bullets going in a direction and it bouncing off something, right? So if Meg ended up getting hit by bullets ricocheting off the ground, but went around telling everybody that she got shot, that's a difference. Because when you say Tory shot me, that's implying that it was intentional. Like, nobody's going to sit there and do the critical thinking, da-da-da. It's going to be, oh my God, what? Who the fuck is trying to kill you? Who the fuck is trying to kill you? No, that's why I said, like, it's a difference. Like, words are very powerful, and you have to listen to the words that people say, because, and this is why it's so important to pay attention to all the lies that have come out. Okay, like such as the whole Gayle King interview, right? Because now even people are saying, no, she didn't lie. I mean, it wasn't a relationship if they only had sex one time. No, baby. This is why you got to pay attention to what people say, because semantics. People will play the game of fucking semantics to try and push whatever narrative they want and get whatever agenda they want across. And no, it fucking matters. Were you fucking cut or were you stabbed to death, right? And so it brings up the question, right? If bullets were ricocheting off the ground, but you're going around saying, I was shot, you already know people in their heads are going to think, oh, somebody was trying to kill you. Because you say, you shot me, which implies somebody picked up a gun, aimed it at you, and literally fired, right? Complete fucking difference. And so for 2 years, that was the narrative. And so if it does end up coming out that you weren't shot, but that a bullet got in your foot, or like a bullet ricocheted, that's a complete difference. And if you're going around telling everybody and implying that somebody was trying to kill you, that's nasty as fuck, and that's wild as fuck. That's wild. Extremely fucking wild. Okay? Because you can't just make accusations like that now. But like, I know a lot of y'all, again, like to play victim, and it's just like, I'm gonna automatically go to a place of defense and try to go, like, you got to be very careful with the words that you use, right? It's like you getting into a disagreement with a white person and you're black, and then you automatically labeling them as a racist. And it's just, y'all are just two humans that got into a fucking disagreement. Like, you can't, like, you got to be very careful because words are powerful. And A lot of these words hold weight and will stick with you and follow you, and that'll become your whole fucking profile and your whole trajectory. Like over your life will be that, right? But like I said, it's not just about a wound. Even when arrests are made, was it harm or was it attempted murder? Right? Because that matters. Was it harm or was it attempted murder? Two completely different fucking things. Two completely different fucking things. Were you harmed by a gun, by a bullet, or was it attempted murder? Two completely fucking different things, right? Because painting a very specific narrative and weaponizing Black trauma and the Protect Black Woman movement over America, to have America thinking that this man was trying to kill you when really a gun went off, whether it was accidental or not, a gun went off and you caught a stray bullet, that is wild, regardless of how y'all try to spin it and paint it. It's wild. It's fucking wild, right? It's fucking wild. And yes, Meg still got injured. Yes, a bullet still ended up in her foot of fragments. Yes, she still got injured. But a gun accidentally firing or niggas playing too much is not the same as a gun to your head. And I would know. I would fucking know. I've had multiple guns all at once aimed at my motherfucking head. Okay? And you best believe that I sang like a canary, okay, when it came time to wrap up that situation and resolve it, right? Right? Saying like a motherfucking canary, because I'm never gonna have a gun to my head again. Ever. We never about to play with my life like that. I don't give a fuck what's going on in America. Okay, yeah, I will be out there on the front lines marching with everybody else. Okay, when it's time to march. Okay, but guess what? I'm not about to be the fucking role model. The fucking what do you call it? The like, you're not about to make me an example for Black America. No. I'm not the poster child for Black America. This is not the time to stand up for no, baby. If you had a gun to my goddamn head and you was threatening my motherfucking life, fuck I look like giving a fuck about yours. That is not the time for me to stand up and try to be a hero for Black America and be like, well, I don't want the cops. I don't want the cops. Again, since the beginning, it's like, let's jump in front of the narrative. Let's jump in front of everything and make it look like, let's just get Black people on my side. Let's win over the court of public opinion. Okay, if we could get ahead of the judge, get ahead of the court, get ahead of everybody, and make this a Black trauma thing. Because again, all Kim Kardashian has to do is breathe, and y'all niggas are upset. Okay, all a fucking company has to do is do blackface, and then y'all are upset. But then buying the shit next week. It's a lot of fake outrage. It's outrage for the moment, and there are people out here that know how to weaponize that. Why the fuck y'all think Donald Trump became president? That man is intelligent as fuck. Do y'all really believe that he believes half the shit that he was out here campaigning for? Do y'all really believe that? Well, I can't listen. I'm not here to argue that. What I am here to argue though is that, do y'all really think that the people that he was campaigning for and the people that he rallied on his side, like, listen, baby, half the people that fuck with Trump don't even fuck with. Okay? Trump loves celebrities. Trump loves gossip. Trump loves hot topics. Trump is a nigga. Just, let me not say that. See, this is why I gotta write shit down. Because anybody can just clip this and cancel me. Please understand what the fuck I'm trying to say. We are not Trump supporters over here. We are not. All I'm trying to say, listen, all I'm trying to say, because let's reel it back in for y'all to twist my words. All I'm trying to fucking say is that there are people that understand the human psyche on a different level. And again, as somebody who is a Scorpio Pluto 10th house, just like Donald Trump, okay, wherever you have Scorpio energy, that's where you are most likely psychic in that area, and like you understand the inner workings of it, right? Having it in your 10th house, that means baby in your career, right? And then having Scorpio Pluto, baby, that means you understand the human psyche, right? And so when you can see that a lot of people are weaponizing traumas and oppressions and fears and this, that, and a third to their benefit, it just rubs you the wrong way. And so from the beginning, this whole case has rubbed me the wrong way, because you're not going to make me ever believe in any world that this man shot you intentionally, attempting to kill you, and all you could think about was, let me protect this Black man. No, you sound like every reality show that came out from 2020 to 2022, okay, that was sitting there trying to capitalize off of all the deaths around the fucking world, around all the, capitalize off all the fucking marches and protests and shit. Like, that's what you fucking sound like. You sound like, oh, there's a lot of civil unrest in this country right now. Ooh, Good example. Let me use that to kind of cover the situation up. That's how it reads. You know how you would turn into a reality show, Love and Hip Hop, Big Brother, whatever. Didn't matter what show, TV show you turned into. They was either talking about black protests, okay, and marching for Black Lives Matter, or motherfuckers was wearing COVID masks, okay? But every show, reality or scripted or movie, was fucking making sure that they took whatever was going on in the world and made coin from it. Because they found a way to spin and weaponize the trauma and fears and all of that we went through. And so, like I said from the beginning, this story never added up to me. And you're never going to be able to convince me that, oh, my life was in danger and I'm going to take that moment to not only get back in a car, because now at this point you're kidnapping me, right? You just had my life in danger. Now at this point I'm back in the car with you. So now I'm getting back in the car with a kidnapper. And then when the cops come, because I care about your life so much, even though you just tried to kill me, that now I'm going to lie because I don't want you to get shot as a black man. But then apparently, allegedly, that later came out this week, like that her real reason for not telling on him was because she didn't want to be a snitch and how snitches look in the black community. Let's go back to what I said earlier about Gunna and Young Thug and all of that, right? What community? But do you see how like none of this fucking makes sense? Because if that was your like, let's make it make sense, please. Like, if this man was trying to kill you and you were so worried about his life and this, that, and the third, and child. Listen, those that get it, and those that don't, refuse to. Let's move the fuck on, because this video is long enough. Okay? But to wrap that up, like I said, regardless of how this case turns out, that's wild. Okay? Meg still got injured, yes, but a gun accidentally firing off or niggas playing too much is not the same as a gun to your head, which is what has been implied for years now. And now it's coming out, oh, I didn't even see him shoot it. I just assumed. That's different. That's not what you said. No, you said with your whole chest, he shot me. You did a song saying, he shot me. You did multiple lives saying, he shot me. You did a fucking interview with Gayle King saying, he shot me. Like I said, keep in mind, it's been so many rumors and so many biased blogs and all of that. I could do a deep dive later with the actual official transcripts. I'm just talking about what's been out there and circulating, right? And allegedly, I'm going to just keep saying allegedly, she's saying now that like, she didn't tell on him because she didn't want to be a snitch to the black community, which completely contradicts what she said before, right? Completely. And then even still, that still doesn't make sense, because if this man was trying to kill you, as you've been implying for the last couple of years, being a snitch is what you're concerned about. Oh, I want to say something. I'm going to just go ahead and say, I don't give a fuck. At that point, if that's what your main concern is, then baby, more harm should have been done. I can't feel bad. I cannot feel bad. Y'all gonna get enough of upholding this fucking projectic ass low vibrational shit. Y'all gonna get enough of it. If your main concern is I don't want to snitch on a black man, I don't want to look like a snitch, or I don't, because of how it looks in black America, like, and somebody just try to take your life as you've been implying the last couple of years, you deserve it at that point. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But see how none of this shit is fucking making sense, right? Like, the fact that there's so many questions and so many things that's all over the place, like, that is fucking problematic. And so all of y'all that are just blindly on either side, I'm at a loss of words. It's just like y'all are clearly projecting and clearly coming from a place of your own trauma. It's just like, why is not everybody, like every fucking body on this planet should be questioning the entire case and questioning all three? Everybody, because none of it fucking makes sense. So to be blindly loyal on either side, child, none of it fucking makes sense. Now, moving it along. Everybody is also questioning Kelsey. Listen, if there's any truth to the rumors that Meg beat her up and slept with her exes, again, mind you, a simple Google search will show you a list of the countless celebrities that Meg has fallen out with, right? Okay? Because listen, like I said, I write hot topic notes for videos that will never come out because it's outdated at this point, right? And I've literally watched Meg fall out with a bunch of people publicly. I can name a couple off the top of my head, okay? Obviously, Nikki, JT, Carisha, who else? The boy in the wheelchair, EJ, her hairstylist, obviously Tory, Kelsey. I think there was some point where Drake and Rihanna had unfollowed her because of some messy shit. Like you can do a Google search, like, and I have the evidence somewhere. Like it's either bookmark on Twitter or like a photo or some screenshot or something, whatever. Because I had planned on doing a video about that at some point, you know, back in the past or whatever. But there's so many people that she had fallen out with, right? And everybody and mama kept giving her pass after pass after pass because her family had died, because her mother, her grandmother had passed, or whatever the fuck had happened. And it was just like, at what point y'all gonna keep excusing this person? I was about to say this bitch, but I don't want. Listen, this already sounds like a Megan hate train video. Like, but at what point y'all just gonna be like, okay, Megan's messy, right? Because we all watch her go around the industry, try to be friends with everybody and fall out with people publicly on Twitter, like just falling out with people. And it's just like, at what point is she the fucking problem? Like, at what point? At what point? So when we get to this situation, everybody's like, oh, Kelsey took the money. She took the hush money, this, that, and the third. Like, y'all asking the wrong questions. Y'all focus on the wrong shit. Ask why, if that was to be the case. Why? Yeah, so then we do need to go into her sexual history, right? Right? Because then it fucking matters. Like, oh, we find out that you slept with 3 of her fucking past partners. Oh, we find out that you put your hands on this girl right before you got shot. Like, all of this shit fucking matters. Y'all can keep saying, but Meg got shot, but Meg is injured. Y'all can keep saying that till y'all are blue in the fucking face. She'll get shot again if we don't address this other shit that's going on. Okay, that likely led to her getting fucking shot. See, now I'm jumping ahead because now I'm pissed off the more I keep talking about this shit and how long this video is. Like, now I'm getting fucking pissed off because y'all keep saying, but Meg got shot, but Meg got shot, but Meg got shot. Okay, but how did we get here? It doesn't matter whether we get justice, whether Tory is in jail, this, that, and the third. There needs to be fucking accountability. We can't just keep protect black women and victimize ourselves with every fucking situation. Do y'all not understand that a lot of the good shit that happens to you in your life comes from bad shit? Think about a little kid that you're trying to fucking discipline. They know not to put their hand on top of a stove because they either got burnt or you done popped their hands too many goddamn times, and now they know, ooh, let me not do that because I could put my life in danger. Which ends up being a fucking blessing because now they're not dead. Now they're not in a hospital, right? That's literally everything in this life when you sit down and think about it, right? You become a better person because of the triumphs and all of that you've gone through. And so much of this case is victimizing Meg. It's let's protect her. Let's evade accountability. You bring up anything, any of her flaws. It's like, oh, no. Yes, she got injured. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Tory shot her. Let's throw Tory in jail. Okay, no. Okay. So what do we do after that? What does Meg learn? Right? Because if it does come out that all of these rumors are true, that you beat your friend the fuck up, that you slept with all her niggas, that you was at Kylie's house turning the fuck up, all these things happened that night, right? Or came out this night, right? Which sounds like agitators of aggression, which sounds like, oh, a lot of shit was being, started up. And you were the reason it was starting up. The shot just ended up hitting you. It just ended with you getting shot, right? But nonetheless, if all of these rumors and all of this and the third is true, let's say Tory gets justice. Let's say, Meg gets justice and Tory is thrown in jail. Let's say all of that happens, right? Baby, all of this could happen again if you ain't learned your lesson. And if you have everybody in America on your goddamn side, every time something wrong that you've done comes out, whether it's you lie or you sleeping with other people, because that's what y'all that are sitting here blindly supporting her are doing, because y'all are speaking from your trauma. Y'all want that part of you that didn't get justice to win so fucking bad. Y'all are putting yourselves in Meg's shoes when this case has nothing to do with you personally. Nothing to do with you personally. But y'all want her to win so bad that it's just like anything that comes out, y'all are just avoiding it and keep saying, okay, but she got shot, right? So there's no real accountability to be had. So this situation is liable to fucking happen again. Okay, because when a person doesn't take accountability for what the fuck they've done, the terror that they fucking caused, and I'm sorry, excuse me, if you out here fucking on multiple of your best friends' fucking men, if you are out here falling out with everybody in the fucking industry because you're mixy and messy, and then we're wondering why celebrities ain't jumping up to defend her, I wonder why, because they know that she's messy and mixy. But if nobody is telling you to your face that you are a problem or that you have things that you need to work on despite you getting justice, you're going to think it's okay. And then in 2 months, you're liable to get shot again. God forbid. And I hate to put it like that, but like at this point, I'm fucking upset. I'm fucking angry because Again, this is not a I hate Megan video. This is a critical fucking thinking video. This is a video where we examine human fucking behavior. I don't give a fuck if it was Megan The Stallion. I don't give a fuck if it was David Guetta. I don't give a fuck if it was Akon. Like, it does not fucking matter who it is in this goddamn situation. This situation is way bigger than a fucking bullet entering somebody's foot. Way bigger than that. Way bigger than that. And if you don't see that, you need to wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. Because every couple of days, every fucking week, there's something new that's happening where motherfuckers are victims. Victims of shit that can be fucking avoided. But we too busy trying to all be victims and oh my God, and this, that, and the third, and not taking accountability for situations. Think about how many motherfuckers get raped every goddamn day, right? And I am not somebody who victim shames when it comes to sexual assault. And I don't even want to dive too deep into that and then get canceled for something that you take two words of and you don't understand my full sentiments on. But I will say this. I know that for me, in terms of me raising my own family and kids and whatnot, I understand that a lot of niggas ain't shit. Even though I can argue bitches ain't shit either. I understand a lot of niggas ain't shit and will play you. Okay? I understand a lot of niggas will try and get in your panties and this, that, and the third. And I understand, every woman should have the rights to their body and be able to dress however the fuck you want to. But guess what? I'm not in control of changing the fucking world alone. I'm not in control of making shit go my fucking way right now. So what do? I move fucking accordingly. I move accordingly. And that's what I will teach my kids. Hey, listen, sis. When you're out there dating these niggas, understand that half of them are fuck niggas, but make sure that you're good and that you have enough self-love to be aware and conscious enough that certain shit is fucking happening, right? And you're not sitting here codependent or relying on a motherfucking man to where you end up in a situation like this where now you have to lie to the police because you so attacked. Like, yes, sis, you should be able to wear whatever the fuck you want to when you go out in public. But guess what? There are motherfuckers out here who won't give a fuck about none of that because they was raised differently than how I'm raising you. So be aware of that. And that can be the difference between a life and death situation. That can be a difference between, a motherfucker getting harm done to them or not. So that's where accountability comes into play. And that's what I would like to see with this situation, regardless of what the fucking outcome is. Like I said, I've been watching for years now the fallouts with several different people. And at some point, we can't just keep saying, oh, it's because the mother died. Oh, because the grandmother died. Okay. At what point do we say, Meg, sweetie, chill out a little bit? And if none the fucking less, like, come on, just from this situation, learn something. That's all really the fuck that I'm saying. Okay? Over explanation for nothing. I just don't want it to seem like I'm sitting here like as a Meg hater, but it's just like, come on now. Come on. Like, that's really the point of this video. Okay, and offer other fucking perspectives. But like I said, everybody's questioning Kelsey. If there's any truth to the rumors Meg beat her up and slept with her exes, again, mind you, a simple Google search will, show you a list of the people that Meg has fallen out with in the last few years. At what point do we check it up to revenge and or karma? Okay, especially when every time Meg is falling out with somebody publicly, social media automatically coddles her, using the excuse of her losing her family and being misguided. Maybe she's just messy. No? Right. No one should be getting shot. But everyone wasn't raised the same. Right? So, okay, what's next after that? Right? Some accountability needs to be taken on all parties involved, but specifically for Meg. Right? Because you can't talk spicy and continue to fuck people over and then not expect a consequence, right? This is assuming that you done fucked on the friends, you done beat the girl up. Like, that's assuming that all of that is true, right? There's some accountability to be had in this situation. We can't keep saying, but a black woman got shot. But what if a black woman caused it? Y'all do understand that bad shit happens to good people all the time, right? Just like bad shit happens to bad people. And sometimes we cause our own mistakes, we cause our own traumas, we cause our own situations to happen, right? Like I said, you can't talk spicy and continue to fuck people over and then not expect a consequence. So I can see why Kelsey probably took the hush money and ain't here for saving Megan in court. Just because Meg got hit doesn't mean she isn't guilty in this as well, which brings me to my next point. I believe that Meg felt instant remorse after getting injured, and I'm gonna tell you why. Think of it like a school bully who talks all that shit only to someday get their ass whooped, right? Hell, think about academics right now, right? Like everybody and their mama is on Twitter saying academics need his ass whooped. Why? Because y'all tired of him getting involved in women's business. See how y'all do that again? 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 Be weaponizing shit. Not understanding that you be demasculating men, but how that plays a part in the toxic masculinity and this and the third, right? But regardless, so look at how mad y'all are right now at academics for getting involved in women's business and not coming at men like that, right? He's literally racking up. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. Like he's literally, every time that academics gets into it with somebody, he's a step closer to getting fucked up. Right? Right? But imagine that there's a school bully who talks all that shit only to someday get their ass whooped. Yes, somebody was hurt. And yes, it is a problem. But if you know you are known to be messy and mixy, both of which Meg is publicly known for, some would say that, well, at some point, you had it coming. So there's a guilt and a shame over that. Maybe you don't want to retaliate and send this man to jail because you realize the part that you played that got you here. But at the same time, it's like, well, no, nigga, you still hurt me. So what if when the state forces a trial and then forces your hand, now that you're publicly embarrassed and forced to comply with the state, now it's like, oh no, now I'm gonna do whatever to get my payback, right? At first I was willing to let it go because, you know, there's a shock at everything. And it's just like, you know, because y'all know how sometimes you just be caught up in a situation and you don't expect it to go that far, right? I assume that Meg was talking her shit. Whether she put her hands on anybody or not, she was talking her shit. But you don't expect to get shot, right? And I truly, in my heart of hearts, believe that they probably were fighting, arguing. Then she got injured somehow. And then there's that instant remorse of like, oh, damn. Let me chill, right? Right? Because it's either one or two things that could happen. You can either beat the bully ass and they continue bullying and try to come back better and come back with 10 more of they niggas. Or like most people would hope, you're like, no, let me chill. Like they're going to back. I think there was some sort of instant remorse. And I think, you know, because y'all have to remember, Meg never pressed charges. She never pressed charges. To this day, she has not pressed charges. This is not a Meg versus Tory case. This is the state versus Tory, right? She still hasn't pressed charges to this day. So I feel like the only reason why she turned up in the case was because it was just like, listen, I wasn't going to do anything, but now that the state has forced my hand and I have to comply with them, and you've also publicly embarrassed me since then, oh, now I'm going to turn up. At first, I was remorseful, but now I'm going to turn up. I'm going to turn up on the test. I'm going to weaponize this situation and use it to the benefit of my career, right? Everybody loves an underdog. Everybody fucking loves a victim. Which brings back the fucking rumors of Rock Nation pushing and shit. Like every time you turn around since the fucking beginning, it's been, well, as a black woman in America. Listen, every time y'all hear that statement, every time that y'all hear something about somebody being black or somebody being a black woman, I want y'all to know that y'all are being played. Y'all are being manipulated. That is somebody stating something to evoke a certain emotion in you. Because black people are so tied to trauma that it's just like when you hear as a black woman, your spidey senses go up. You're instantly offended. You're instantly feeling like you're in community with somebody. Not understanding that it's a community of trauma and y'all bitches are just trauma bonding. So anytime you're watching like a TGIF or a fucking, what's that show with Claudia Jordan? Because they do it all the time on there. Cocktails with Queens. Every fucking episode. 10 times a fucking episode. Because as a black woman in America, anytime you hear that, that is somebody forcing you to relate to them. That is somebody manipulating you. That is somebody saying, hey, I don't give a fuck what's going on, but baby, not only am I black, but I'm a black woman. Right? Skip right over the part that you're a woman. Because apparently being a black woman, like, I don't want to offend anybody, but like, y'all just skip over like how you can, like, so you're not in community with any other woman, just black women? Right. Okay. And a lot of times when y'all be saying as a black woman, y'all really mean as a cis black woman. as a hetero black woman. But that's the kind that, listen, I keep jumping to videos that we could do in the future. But my point is that the second that you hit as a black woman, that's somebody literally trying to force your hand. Somebody trying to manipulate their way into your heart and your mind and be like, hey, this is what I'm going through and here's why you should identify with me. It's less about, oh no, this is my struggle. I mean, a lot of it is, because it's just like we wear that struggle as a badge of honor because we so powerful and look at what we go through. But from the beginning, it's been as a black woman. And throughout this case, it's been as a black woman. So who do you have on your side at the end of the day? Who's blindly following you? Black women, people who relate to feeling like a victim, people who relate to constantly going through trauma, people who relate to being in domestic violence situations at the hands of a man. Like all of these things that, yes, could be related if it were that and if it does come out to be that, but we don't know that for sure. But it's the blind loyalty to that. Because I know when I go to court, I'm going to likely sit down with a white judge. I know that it's probably going to be a juror where it's maybe one or two sprinkles of color up in there. And it might not even be black. It might be a Pacific Islander and it might be an Asian. Okay, just to meet the quota. So what I'm going to do? Oh, I'm going to run to my people. I'm going to run to my people because one thing my people going to do is uphold some fuck shit or uphold some trauma. So before we can even take this to court, before we can even get that far, I'm going to say as a black woman, because soon as I say as a black woman, it's like I'm sending a bat signal up into the sky because I know that my bitch is going to come running. I know that these niggas going to rally around me. It's manipulative. It's calculated. And this is why I keep saying every detail in this shit matters because if you don't realize the ways in which you get in played, and it's not just because I'm not here to say like this isn't to beat Megan down and da-da-da. Like again, we can do several videos on this. It literally happens every day. It's just a matter that this is a case that's so big right now, and I'm giving you an example of how it's being done in your face. But I can literally bring up some shit that happened last week or some shit that'll probably happen next week, so y'all can start seeing the signs of people doing it. Right? People doing it. This world is emotionally reactive. Hell, when you even think about social media, whether you're an influencer or you're just somebody on social media, you respond to the negativity before you do the positivity. It could be 1,001 likes. Let somebody call you a fat bitch. You going back and forth, ready to fight. Because what the fuck did I say earlier? Every time, like you got to go through the negativity to get to the positivity, basically, right? We just as humans, we are just designed to naturally respond to the fuck shit, right? Naturally respond to the negativity. Naturally. Because if Meg was to come out and be like, listen, y'all, which is what I would want, but I know the way that humans are. And especially in a court case, like you're going to do anything to make yourself look innocent and make you win, right? But if she would have come out and be like, listen, y'all, I was turned the fuck up. I did too much. I was yelling in niggas' faces. I was doing too much. But listen, at the end of the day, I still didn't deserve to get shot. I still didn't deserve to, end up wounded necessarily. Like, that would be a lot more digestible for me. But it wouldn't go off with the public as strong as, no, as a black woman, I feel like I'm a victim of black violence. And as a black woman, I wanted to protect a black man. And then now that I'm in court in 2022, if I would have known what I known 2 years ago, I just wish he would have killed me. The fact that I have to come to court and I have to sit in front of this man and I feel victimized and y'all are slut shaming me. And it's just like all the trigger words are going off because it's just like, yes, let's get the people on our side. Like I'm telling y'all, as somebody that understands human psyche, why do y'all think my story times was so fucking powerful, bitch? Why do you think I know how to captivate a fucking audience? Why the fuck you think you're still watching damn near an hour into this shit? Because I know what to say when and where. I know what words to say. Like, I know all the keys and tricks and... I can go deep and deep into all of this. Again, this is not a Megan issue. I want Meg to get the justice that she feels that she deserves. This is deeper than Meg. Okay? This is human psychology 101, bitch. Okay? But y'all came here for Meg, so let's keep going into it, okay? But again, all of that matters because it adds to the credibility of the situation, motives, like everything. Like if you don't realize by now, everything fucking matters. Everything matters, right? Because if you are truly innocent, you truly did nothing, somebody was trying to kill you. Why does it take all of this? Why does it take like the lion? Why does it take the interviews ahead of time? Because when she did the Gayle interview, everybody in mama was saying, why are you doing this? Why are you speaking so soon? And why are you speaking now that this nigga has a gag order? Yeah, you put out an album. Like, what's going on? Like, all of this shit fucking matters. Because if your hands are truly innocent in this shit, it's like, it should literally be as simple as, I'm a victim, Your Honor. They literally aimed the gun at my foot. They was aiming for my head. I don't know. Maybe they was aiming for my ass. I don't know. But they tried to kill me. And that should be it. Sure, of course, as a court does, there's going to be a full protocol investigation, all that. But it should be, listen, they tried to kill me and that's that. It shouldn't be all of this. It shouldn't be countless interviews. It shouldn't be, let me respond. Like, even if you get offended and get mad at all, he could talk all the shit in the goddamn world that he wants to. Nigga, you still try to kill me. So I'll see you in court. That's it. That's it. No, but it wasn't that straightforward and simple because it's not. And if it's one thing that How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal taught me is that if a crime scene has too much chaos and shit going on, it's intentional. It's intentional. How y'all think Annalise Keating and fucking Olivia Pope got so many people off on their crimes in court? Make the scene look as chaotic as possible. Okay, to try to confuse the judge and the jurors. And that's what's going on right now by everybody. But again, because everybody's so blindly on Megan's side, and we already know all the shit that's out there about Tory. We already know everything that's out there in support of Megan. That's why this video is so far off against that, because I'm offering a different perspective. I'm not here to suck Megan's pussy. Not in this video. Oh, I used to have a big crush on her. But let's go ahead, because I said we need to wrap this shit up. This shit is long as hell, girl. Sitting here talking about this bitch. That ain't paying me. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I do feel like she resented everything at first, but then I feel like once the court and the state like forced her to comply, it was just like, okay, well now I'm gonna publicly embarrass you. And since I have to publicly embarrass, well now that you publicly embarrass me, I'm going to publicly embarrass you, right? I'm gonna do whatever to see you suffer as payback. But because this all truly started with me, I'm gonna hide the part that I played in it and center this around a social justice issue to take the focus off me. And before I forget, what I mean by that when I say that this shit happens all the time, look at how y'all go up for Nene and Phaedra. More specifically, Nene and Mariah Huck. We watched Nene be a literal fucking terrorist on Bravo. Her Nene is Nene is an icon, yes, but was an icon. Nene has been relevant around for probably 16 years. Her best years were her first 7. The last 7 years she's spent getting on our nerves. And I've said that time and time again, and I'm going to keep saying it. Because after she got on Trump, once Kenya came onto the show and she realized that there was competition, that's when Nene started getting on our fucking nerves. That's when Nene started acting up. Didn't want to show up to work. Wanted to show up fucking late. Became a problem with producers, called her fucking house, called her fucking castmates house niggers. Yes. She literally said on Hollywood Unlocked and called her castmates house niggers. Yeah. So we got shit like that. Like Nene became problematic. Call her fucking boss a cokehead. This, that, and a third. And then on top of all of that, right? Once she's no longer on Bravo, she compared her struggles to Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. Okay. She said her struggles at Bravo feels like I have a knee on my neck. And y'all ate that shit up. And y'all still continue to this day make her trend. And Nene needs to come back to Bravo. Oh my God, bro, it ain't the same without her. But just disregarding the disrespectful shit she said. Right? All the terrorizing that she done did over at Bravo. Being a nasty son of a bitch. And then turning around weaponizing Black trauma. Like I said, this shit happens every day. Every day. But if you don't know what to look out for, you're clueless to it. You're clueless. You're clueless. You can't say that Black Lives Matter and then allow people to weaponize your trauma against you for their own selfish agenda. Right. So again, with this case, if somebody was intentionally trying to kill you, then I can see protect Black woman movement. But if it's just like an accident or it didn't happen exactly how you said it did, but you're portraying it as though somebody was trying to take your life, that is sick. That is nasty. And anybody that has ever truly been a victim of domestic violence should be offended. You should be. Because now you're playing with the term. So, like I said, Megan's done that from the start. Moving it along, let's just get to the last point. So, Kelsey and Meg was also best friends for years. But look where they at now. Can anybody tell me why? Has anybody thought of why? Again, these are the questions y'all should be asking because no one is asking the right questions. How does what appears to be a long-lasting friendship of many, 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 many years turn out so cold? So quickly. Even if there was beef, how can you, as someone who was so loyal to someone for years, sit back and watch as someone you call the best friend suffers publicly? Unless, of course, right? Because as an investigator, it's their job to consider all sides, not just the side of public opinion, not just the side that they want to go with because of their emotions. It's like, no, I have to ask every question, even the ones that may not make sense. I have to ask every question. Unless, right? How can you sit back and watch someone you call the best friend suffer publicly? Unless you know your friend is full of shit. And despite her being injured, had she not started and escalated things, maybe we wouldn't be here today. Or maybe you find out secrets about how said friend has done you dirty to where you feel like you've gone through the ultimate betrayal. And now your payback is silence during this case where your voice could determine whether or not she walks away with justice. And see, let me bring up something else that I didn't write in my notes because I really want to snatch some of y'all bald-headed bitches up, right? Because this shit that I got to say about the Shanquella case, but I'm not going to. But what I will say in this episode right here, because I see a lot of people trying to relate the Shanquella case to this. No, because in the Shanquella case, that's a little bit different. Allegedly and apparently, at face value, it appears that everybody in Shanquella's circle was jealous of her. We're not going to sit here and say that Tory and Kelsey was jealous of her. We're not going to sit here and try to turn this into and say Meg is a Shanquella and that Kelsey was secretly jealous of her. Because you know what it's given? It's given and see, this is why I keep saying, this is why it matters her sexual history. This is why it matters whether or not they fucking fell out, and was fighting each other right before she got shot. This is why it matters all the people that Meg fell out with in the years leading up to this. This is why it matters because it determines what her character is, who she is. Outside of her being a rapper, outside of her collaborating with Beyonce, outside of y'all being fucking fans of her, what is her character? What is her character? Because any other bitch on the street that's not famous, that's not walking around with a Beyonce collab under their belt, that's not walking around being able to rap their ass off and twerk on their knees and do all of this amazing shit that Meg, yes, can do. Any other regular bitch, if y'all found out that this person was sitting there fucking all of their best friends niggas, that this is the same person who also beat their friend up, and this is the same person who is going around terrorizing people and falling out with people and this, that, and third, like, you're going to look at them like they're a shitty fucking person. Right? So this whole, Kelsey is just jealous, and that's why she understand you got to watch out for your best friends. It really be your best friends that be jealous of your come up. No, bitch, what is given is you're the mean girl who's pretty, right? You're the pretty girl that's popular, but is a mean, low-down bitch. And you grew up where everybody's telling you that you're fucking pretty and that you're beautiful, right? And your mother probably just said, oh, baby, don't worry about these kids. They just hate you because you're pretty. No, baby, maybe you just suck as a fucking person. Maybe you just suck as a fucking person. Now, I don't know any of this to fucking be a fact, right? I'm not saying Meg sucks. I'm just saying we have to take into account all of the rumors and all of the details that are out there, because knowing who and what her character is, that fucking matters. And we can't just go and make assumptions based off of emotions and say, oh, Kelsey just a jealous friend. No. Again, I bring up the point, like, what if this is karma? Because y'all are sitting here waiting on academics to get this karma, but yet y'all can't understand karma in this situation. Like, what if this is, karma that is old from years of fuck shit that you've been doing? Because if that's your best friend, and mind you, I haven't seen Meg around Kelsey or the security guard. And I used to take hella fucking pictures of her and her security guard because I was obsessed seeing them too. Okay? I thought Meg was the cutest, most beautiful girl ever. And then her security guard, what was his name? James J. Johnson, something with a J. I thought they were so cute together. And I thought they was fucking. And then now, knowing all that I know and how many people she's been with and how mixy, now I wonder if they were fucking. But it's crazy how ever since that night, you don't see them two together no more. They ain't taking pictures like they used to. And y'all know who I'm talking about. If you've been a Megan The Stallion fan as long as I have, which has been literally since she's come out every step of the way, y'all don't see them together no more. But I'm saying all of this shit adds up. Like, y'all not asking the right fucking questions. You're not asking the right fucking questions. You're not. Even if there was beef, how can you, as someone who is so loyal to someone for years, sit back and watch as somebody you call a best friend suffers publicly? Unless you, as her best friend, knows that she's full of shit, and despite her being injured, it's just something that you can't stand behind. It's like, best friend, like, you doing the most, like, you caused this shit. Like, yeah, a gun went off, or yeah, maybe I shot you accidentally or intentionally, or he shot you intentionally, but like, come on, I know that you, like, had you not been running off at the mouth, had you not been putting your hands on me, had you not been doing the fucking most, you went and got shot. Like, I can't ride for you, best friend. Like, you wrong, right? Stop assuming that she's fake, right? And I'm not here to protect her. Assume whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying, consider all sides. And don't get mad at people that's questioning everything. Because it's like, let's say you and your best friend, you go out. Your best friend is known to get drunk off tequila and then be like, oh, bitches can't say excuse me. So she pull that one night, right? And you know that every time you with her, she the type to do that. And you're going to have to fight at some point. And one night, she get fucking jumped. Yeah. So now y'all want to call the police because it's like, oh my God, she got jumped. Literally, that's the situation right now. It's a potential possibility that that's the situation right now. What if Meg is that drunk girl that goes out, drinks tequila, and waits around for somebody to start some shit? Or she's the one starting shit. What if Meg is that drunk girl drinking tequila like, oh, bitches can't say excuse me? And then one night you meet the right person and them and their friends jump you, right? Yeah. Your friend got hurt. And yeah, you might want to be there for your friend, right? But not unless, allegedly, like the situation with Kelsey, your best friend found out after, like you found out after your best friend gets jumped that like, oh, she done slept with your niggas in this and the third. So it's like, oh, I was going to help you, but oh, you're a bitch to me, so damn, they should have jumped you a little harder, right? And that's also similar to what Kelsey said on her diss track, right? Because something like that said, like, oh, if I shot you, it would have been a murder. Which also makes me believe she found out some shit about Megan. Because again, people not just around here talking spicy like that. People don't just say that unprovoked, right? But again, if you go out with your best friend is the type to always start some shit and one night meets the right people and they jump her, right? You might try to help your best friend, but at the same time, it's like, let's say you find out your best friend has been fucking on your niggas or has fucked you over. You're going to be like, oh, bitch, you on your own. They should have jumped you a little bit harder. So I can see how, in a different world, if these realities were true and these perspectives and these rumors and all that is true, I can see how Kelsey would come from a place of, oh, nah, Meg, if I would have shot you, you would have been dead. Or, oh, nah, I'm going to court and I'm not testifying for you. Or I'm going to court and I'm going to stay silent. Or I'm going to go to court and I'm going to take the hush money. I can see, right? But none the fucking less, it's like, okay, your best friend got jumped. Okay, yeah, call 911. She's in trouble. She's hurt. She's in pain. But if you want to go around now acting like 3 people just came and jumped your ass out of no fucking where and just attacked you when you was turned up off that liquor doing the most and in people's face and they retaliated, that's completely different. You can't turn up off of tequila, do the most in a club, get jumped, and then try to turn it into a protect black women movement. And that is my issue with this situation. Because so much of this situation is pointing to Meg not being as innocent as she's claiming. And y'all want to focus on the injury and not what led up to the injury. But that fucking matters because I need to know, am I standing for you or against you? I need to know. Don't have me marching out here in these streets looking stupid. And if y'all been watching my videos lately, y'all notice it's something that I've been saying lately. When it comes to fuck nigga shit, I will literally say, y'all ain't the niggas I'm marching for. Because you're not going to go out here, do some dumb shit that you have no business doing. And then we want to turn it into a Black Lives Matter police brutality situation. No, baby. No, baby. Don't have me out here looking stupid. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to offer different perspectives. I know this video long as shit, but I'm just saying, understand why people are like, I don't know, because it's not looking so cookie cutter. Oh, you just got shot. You just got hit by a bullet. It's looking like, no, oh, baby, you was turning up. Like, you, and all of that matters. Miss me with the, oh, but she still got jumped. Yeah, because you was drunk off Casamigos and starting and popping shit. But y'all keep defending her because this is your favorite rapper or you're projecting from your situation. But Meg ain't no different than a girl that gets jumped from going off Casamigos and doing too much. If the rumors are true. If, again, perspective. We're not speaking as though they are because we don't know that for a fact. Okay, but let me go ahead and wrap up my points because this video was way longer than I needed it to be, right? So all in all, they all lying. They all lying, okay? If Tory intended to kill her, like meaning like aimed at Meg intentionally and this was attempted murder, jail. If he didn't intend to kill her or shoot her, and the video, not the video, and the gun went off accidentally because he was shooting aimlessly or tussling over it, jail, but not as severe. Same scenarios for Kelsey. And all of that matters. Going back to motives, all of that fucking matters because are we giving you 2 years? Or is it community service? Is it 10 years? That's why we need to know the motives behind everything and how everybody's related in this situation, right? Because is this your lover? Is this somebody you fucking or is this your brother? Because that's completely two different relationships, right? And also, that can tell whether or not this is a crime of passion or, so all of that shit fucking matters, right? So, like I said, closing thoughts. Y'all got to stop asking why would such and such do this? That doesn't make sense. Or this person doesn't seem like the type to, listen, bitch, stop. This world is unpredictable. Y'all don't know niggas. Y'all don't know bitches. Y'all don't know people. This world is unpredictable. Shit changes every day. You don't know people inside it. Like, stop that shit. Whether somebody's committing suicide or somebody done committed a crime. You don't know people. You don't know people like you think you do. I don't care how close you think you are. Like, you don't know motherfuckers. So stop. Oh, that don't seem like the type to lie. Shut the fuck up. You don't know people. Please cut that shit out. Okay? And Meg protecting her shooter and lying. Listen, I already addressed that point. And then her coming out 3 years later saying, oh, I wish she would have killed me. It's like, girl, cut the dramatics. Cut the dramatics. Cut the dramatics. I mean, let alone, come on now, collaboration with Beyonce, like albums coming out, awards, Grammy, not like, we're not going to make it sit here and seem like you just been so depressed and in the dump seas. Like, and again, you don't know how anybody is. Like, you could very well be that way behind closed doors and then put it all up, in the public. Like, we don't know. But come on now, you laying it on a little bit thick, okay? Especially since it's like, again, every time more and more comes out that makes her look not as innocent in a situation. Again, not denying that she got injured, but every time something comes out, making her look a little less squeaky clean, resorting back to as a black woman, or I got shot, I still got shot, or do you know what I've been through these last 2 years? Okay, but that still doesn't. Okay, that's cool. And we'll deal with that, and we can sit down and talk about that. But yeah, you were still turning up that night off Casamigos, drunk and high, and got kicked the fuck out of Kylie's party, which nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about that. You were so turned up, you got thrown out. You didn't leave the party. You got thrown out. You got kicked out. So you were already turned up. Listen, I'm sorry. Details matter. And we can protect black women all day, but we can't protect black women who lie. Details matter. And y'all can't keep glossing over important shit like the whole reason they got kicked out of Kylie's house, right? Meg started turning up, doing the most. Yeah, she got injured, but listen, if you had a bigger part to play in everything and was a catalyst to shit escalating, then that matters. It does. Because look at Rihanna and Chris Brown, right? Look at Rihanna and Chris Brown. No, Bree shouldn't have gotten attacked. And especially not in that way, right? But anybody who's seen his documentary that came out a couple of years ago, you'll know that Rihanna actually started that situation. And I'm a stan of Rihanna. She's my favorite artist in the world. But we just gonna call it fact of fact, right? Chris Brown has come out publicly, did a documentary, and stated that Rihanna saw a text message, thought he was cheating, started hitting him. And we all know Chris Brown comes from an abusive background. And whether he did or didn't, bitch, I'm getting attacked by somebody. Fuck social conditioning. Fuck human conditioning. Again, everybody wasn't raised the same way. Fuck all that. But especially since I come from a background where I watched my father beat on my mother or my stepfather or whatever, like, you attacking me, you punching me in my face and this, that, and the third, I'm going to defend myself. Went a little too far, but you can't poke the bear and tell him how mad to get. But the problem with this situation is that emotions, projections, automatically the world sided with, and again, I am a stan of Rihanna, favorite artist in the world. I'm just speaking generally about the situation. Everybody sided with Rihanna because she was a woman, then a black woman, then domestic violence abuse, and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, now that the truth is coming out, it's a little bit too late because Chris already has a stain that he's a domestic violent abuser. Now, y'all can argue all day in the comments. Okay, well, what about Karrueche and everything on it? This, that, or that. Okay, fuck all of that. We're not talking. We're not getting that deep into it. I'm just saying, because regardless of what happened later on, years later, whether he proved himself to be or not, that is still what fucking happened after the situation with Rihanna. He was automatically labeled an abuser. And that literally became his title for fucking life. So I'm sorry. Argue with your fucking mama. And I don't care if y'all think this is a hate video against Megan. Like, if you still don't get it by now that it's not a hate video against Megan, and this is just simply offering a different perspective and trying to open people's mind and bring back critical thinking, I don't know what the fuck to say. All I'm saying is that if this story comes out way differently than what has been force-fed to us the last couple of years, there needs to be some sort of accountability on Meg's part. Because you done fucked up this man's career, and he's forever going to be looked at as an abuser. Like, nobody wins in this situation. That's why I keep saying, like, they're all lying. They're all fucking lying. But nobody wins in this situation, because regardless, this is going to be something that's talked about, that Meg is now going to have to relive. But, you know, Tory is also going to have to relive, whether he did it or not. This is not a situation where anyone wins. So I'm not on anyone's side. I'm on the side of justice, of truth, of fucking humans. But I'm just saying, like, understand how dangerous shit can fucking be, because if you going around sitting here playing with my fucking life, yeah, maybe I did a little too much that night. Yeah, maybe the gun went off accidentally. But if you're going around telling everybody that I tried to kill you, and you know it didn't go down like that, and the truth comes out that it, like, that's wild. That's wild. That's wild. I'm sorry. So do with all of this as y'all will. I hope y'all fucking enjoyed this video. How long was this shit? An hour and 16 minutes. I promise you, I did not mean to make this video this goddamn long, but do with this as you will. Damn, the fact that I got like 5 more paragraphs left. Let me see. Let me skim through this. Which again is my problem with Meg and why I decided to do this video, because if Night went one way and you glamorizing it as something else, that's dangerous as fuck, because now Tory will forever be known as an abuser over something that could have likely been an accident that got out of hand. That's why every little detail matters, because if you was the aggressor the entire night, sure, you became the victim. But again, if this was any other situation, like academics getting his ass whooped after years of talking shit online, or if it was like a situation like with getting jumped in the club, y'all would be having a completely different response and reaction. And miss me with the, oh, this is different because this is hand, that's hands, and this is a gun. No, miss me with that. Like, baby, a reaction is a reaction. You can't poke bears and tell them how mad to get, right? But regardless, Meg shouldn't walk away unscathed for all her lying in her part. Specifically, if it comes out she was accidentally wounded by a ricochet, or her involvement was much worse and she's the reason all this happened. I do feel like, yeah, like if it comes out she's lying, jail time. I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, jail time. Because look at what y'all kept saying about Jussie, right? Jail time. We're not even going to play them games today. Jail time. If it comes out she was lying, jail time. Nobody's denying that she got a bullet in her foot. Nobody's denying that a gun went off. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about everything else that has been determined to be lies. The jail time, community service, something. Because it's something. If it turns out that this man was not trying to intentionally kill you and attempt to murder you, jail time. Something needs to happen. Something. And at the very least, there's something that needs to happen, needs to be a lesson learned from this situation. Like I said, you can't claim someone attempted to murder you and it happened completely different. Yes, we know she was injured, but every last detail in this case matters. Just like if somebody finally whooped academics, and I keep saying that, and he had to go to court for justice, right? That's why I'm in this. And hopefully y'all got the balance that I was attempting to offer. I did not expect this video to be this long, but I mean, it is what the fuck it is. It is what the fuck it is. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I just wanted to add some different things to the conversation, right? I'm not team Meg. I'm not team Tory. I'm not team Kelsey. I'm not team nobody. I'm team truth. And y'all not going to sit here and black woman me to death. Y'all not. And y'all going to stop attaching yourself to every, like, Erica De Niro said some great shit today. Go watch her channel, her video. She said some great shit today about being careful which ministry you subscribe to, because there are people that have like everybody has a different mission in life. My mission in life is to unlock the human psyche and get to the bottom of shit, regardless of how uncomfortable, okay, that is going to make people feel. I'm here to transform motherfuckers. Okay, I did it with my story times, and now I'm doing it with commentary. Like, regardless whether or not you want to hear certain shit or see certain shit, I'm here to take things to a deeper level in order to transform you to get you to a better, different place. Because to me, this isn't just gossip. This isn't just everyday hot topics. This is everyday real fucking life. Depending on how you view this situation, depends on how you go about in the way that you move in real fucking life, right? And if you're looking at situations where, child, because I don't even want to go so deep into it, but I'm going to just say this. Like I was mentioning earlier with the whole kids situation and how I'm going to raise my kids, like every situation, it doesn't matter whether you're the victim or aggressor, there's lessons that can be learned from it, period. I don't care if you just got sexually assaulted. There's a lesson to be learned from it. Because like I said, good things come out of trauma. Good things and blessings come out of trauma. And I know that sounds sick to say. Like I just said, Scorpio 10th house, it's not always going to look, I'm not always going to deliver in the best way. But it is what the fuck it is. It needs to be said. It is what it is. If you were sexually assaulted, now you know, like, let me move a certain way, this, that, and a third, so that it doesn't happen again. And then, you know, and a lot of times, in a lot of situations, you know, those people end up becoming so empowered by the hardship that they're going through. Now it's like, okay, I want to speak up for other victims, or, you know, I want to help change laws, you know, and put new things into effect so that nobody out there ever has to go through what I've been through before. Right. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's good that comes out of darkness and bad situations all the time. And everybody that's involved in a situation needs to allow the good to come out of this dark situation. But that's never going to happen if y'all if nobody's focused on the accountability or lessons, and it's just like, no, this is the only thing that's happening. Like, if you're constantly telling somebody, oh, no, you're the victim, you got shot, so it doesn't matter that you lied, it doesn't matter that you fucked somebody over, it doesn't matter that was your best friend and you did her dirty, it doesn't matter that you slept with 10 of her partners. Guess what? They're gonna keep doing it again and again, right? And you might be somebody that's like, oh, well, ain't nobody say nothing when Meg did it, so it must be the thing to do, so I'm gonna do it. Like, that's what I mean. Where I say it's not just hot topics and shit like that. Like, how you react to these situations and commentary and all of that, it says a lot about you and your psyche and how you move in everyday life. So I'm just here to unlock all of that shit and make it better. Okay. I'm just here to align you to your highest soul, your highest God, your highest truth. All right. So I love each and every one of y'all. Listen, if I didn't say it, then bitch, it wasn't fucking said. Okay. Only a hit dog will holler. If I didn't say it, then it wasn't fucking said. Okay. So don't put words on my mouth. I love each and every one of y'all. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Okay. Videos coming soon and all that. And yes, got new music coming out soon. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know if y'all want a deep dive. Because, bitch, listen, I know y'all probably like, listen, this commentary video was an hour and a half. Bitch, what's a deep dive going to be? 3 days? Listen, bitch, it might be. Okay, I love each and every one of y'all. I will see y'all in the next one. Where the fuck my outro? Girl! Bye. And see, that is what we're going to go ahead and end this video. Now, remember, if you hated me for that opinion, don't worry, girl. There's a lot more where that came from. Just make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe and turn your notifications on. For extended videos and exclusive content, including full episodes of my new weekly podcast, Let's Start There, make sure that y'all go ahead and subscribe to patreon.com/ScottSantana. And also, make sure that y'all join the bandit mailing list in the description box, so that way, y'all hoes never miss a video. Make sure that y'all follow me on Twitter so that we can engage and argue back and forth, and, you know, just stay tuned for the hot shit that's coming to you, bitch. Okay? I love y'all. Bye.
Come and get your nut. Then dip respectfully. It's alright. I'ma get some tit today. No, it's fine. I'ma get some tit today. It's a vibe. I'ma get some tit today. Be outside. I'ma get some tit today. I'm gonna get some tit today. I'ma get some tit today. I'm gonna get some tit today. I'ma get some tit today. I'm gonna get some tit today. I'ma get some tit today. I'm gonna get some tit.